We just finished the first room in our house, and now we're moving on to the next one.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to season 2 of Living in a House While You Build It. And today we are especially thrilled because we're taking on our next big project, which is going to be building our own living room in this A-frame house. Jack, the lumberjack has arrived.
Wow, that's a heavy freight.
I actually broke our car bringing this wood over here.
What?
I broke the car bringing the wood here.
What did you broke?
Our car.
Already on it. Checking the wood. I mean, you carried all that wood down from up there. And you broke the car.
I'm exhausted. I haven't even started and I'm already.
I have a good suggestion. What about a drink?
I need some energy.
What about an iced coffee?
Yes.
Okay. Excuse me, sir.
Hi.
Could I make you happy with an iced coffee?
I need this. This is fuel for me. Fuel for my engine.
Perfect. Let's
Thank
go
you.
and work now. Faster. And a little bit more, please. No, I'm just joking. I love you. I'm going to show you how to make your puppies happy and keep them busy. We bought some dog treats in Germany and I just gave the treats to the dogs and they look so happy and satisfied. All of them.
So windy out here, but we want to introduce you guys to today's sponsor, Anchor Solids, and their brand new Anchor Solids C1000. This thing is a little beast. This is a fast charging 1056 watts per hour power station capable enough of powering over 10 devices at the same time thanks to its 11 ports. The C1000 has a lifespan of 10 years, it can be used as a small backup for your house appliances, and it can be recharged with solar panels or with a regular house plug. Let's stop talking and start actually pushing this thing to the limit. Hi.
What did you do? Is that
I made
for
you
me?
working hard.
Thank you so much. I didn't know that you can do. Oh.
It works perfectly fine with a jigsaw. This is a 120 volts, 570 watts per hour. Works perfectly fine, but let's push it even more. That works just fine. I'm actually impressed. I haven't had a power station that is able to run my cutter like that, but now I got one. If I can power my kettle to prepare my coffee, I'll take my hat off. Taking my hat off. It works. And I have to admit that I have been very lazy and I haven't done any of electrical wiring upstairs, so for the past few months we have been surviving on power stations. And just like that, we have made light. If you guys want to get yourself your own Anchor Solix C1000, go ahead, check the link in the description of this video and get yourself yours. Big shout out to Anchor Solix for sponsoring today's video. We're gonna use this thing a lot. We are gonna be charging all our devices, even powering our lights with it. This is gonna be good for us. Thank you so much. And today we're gonna be working with pine wood. We decided to go with this kind of wood because it's actually really easy to get over here, and we're gonna need a lot of these boards to complete our wall. The first step is cutting it. We just cut a few pieces. Now the next step is gonna be to go with a router and do a thong and groove system. This is actually our first time working with a router. Look at this tiny and cute little router. I think this is called, they call it in Spanish, router de puño. Why am I talking like I don't talk Spanish and I talk Spanish? I don't know. It's kind of cute and it's very effective. It's really easy to handle around. It's not heavy at all, and it does a pretty good job. I have to admit that I learned how to do this thing 5 minutes ago on YouTube, thanks to the YouTube dads for posting all that good content. If it were not for you, a lot of us would not know how to do many things, including changing a tire. We just finished the first part of it, the thong. As you can see it right over here. This is part we're gonna try to overlap with the other one. This is a system that is called thong and groove. And some of the main purposes of using this system is to create a flat surface, but also very strong. I'm gonna use it for walls. You can use it for ceiling, for so many other things. First time trying it, looking good so far. Now we need to assemble it on the walls. But first, we need to create the groove on the opposite side of the board. We already got the thong. Now we do the groove on this side, and then we fit them one with the other, creating a flat and strong surface. Our thong and groove factory is working a little slow. We're producing right around 15 boards completely done per hour. If we had the quick release clamps, I think we could get the production up at least 40%, but right now I only have the big ones, and it's taken me such a long time just to set the boards. But I'm sure with a little bit more of practice, we're gonna be able to get all those good numbers up and have all these boards ready.
The next step is going to be the sanding, but first of all, I have to seal the framing.
Freddy just got started on the sanding station outside and also on the ceiling one, and I'm gonna be on the building, the frame part. We need to build a wooden frame right over here that is gonna receive all the boards that we're gonna place. We're gonna do the staining as well. That's a lot of work, but for now we are dividing it on little steps. You see this beam? We're gonna be dividing it in sections. First section is a lower one, and then we go up, up, up. Dividing it by section is gonna be our some sort of strategy, more like a trick for our brains, so we don't feel it as a tedious job, and we see little milestones accomplished every few minutes or few hours, because assembling all these boards together is definitely not gonna be super easy. It's gonna take some time, but we're ready for it. We're just done with a part of the framing. It's some wooden studs. I'm spacing them pretty good, but I still have to go with the reinforcements in the middle. I wanna do every 16 inches some reinforcements in the middle just to make sure that thing is strong. I don't actually need it because I only have around 2.5 feet, and usually for these things you leave a decent amount, sometimes even 3 feet, and it's perfectly fine. But I just wanna overdo it a little bit, you know. But now it's pretty late. You can see the time over there, 10:38, and I'm just gonna get started on the electrical part a little bit. I wanna get at least a few plugs, a few wires for the plugs there, so tomorrow I can continue just starting to place all the boards and continue building these walls. So yeah, that's good. I got my measuring stick. This is right around 2 feet. Usually you do maybe 12 inches, which is 1 foot, or maybe 1.5, which is right around 18 inches. But in this case, since my house is a triangle, I want to do them slightly higher so I don't have to just stretch my arm all the way down when I want to plug something. I want to do them right around here so it's pretty easy to access and to connect stuff and work with it. We're calling it a day over here. It's actually almost, what time is it now? It's already 11. I'm just gonna call it here because Freddie already went to bed and I'm actually tired, and she already told me that if I don't stop making noise down here, she's gonna throw a shoe at me. But in other news, we just put 2 of the plugs. I was not able to do the wiring. I need to open a few holes in order to pass the wires through the metal beams, but I will do that tomorrow. And if you see here, these boxes are actually sticking out around 2 centimeters. That's because the boards are around 3/4 of an inch, which is that around 2 centimeters? Let me double check that. Yep, that's right around there. So that way when I put the boards, this is just pretty much flush with the boards, and then I can put the cover over it and it works perfectly fine. But I'll go to bed. Good night. See you in the morning. For some reason this morning feels like the perfect morning. It's just warm and breezy outside. It's the perfect temperature. I would love to be sitting on a chair on the beach right now, but today we got some work to do in the house.
New day, same task, sanding. Yesterday I already started to sand all of our wooden boards, but then it got dark and I couldn't continue. So this morning is going to be all about sanding and then staining.
is gonna continue outside with the woodwork in general, all the sanding, staining and sealing, and I will be playing electrician today. I need to wire the lower wall in there. I already put the studs in last night. I just need to leave all the wires put in there so we can start placing the boards once they are ready, and later on we're gonna connect everything. First, all I want to do is just leave these wires behind the wall so we can continue working, building our living room. I'm working with AWG12. This is the American wire gauge, the standard. This is number 12. This one is thick enough for running some small appliances, running lamps and stuff like that. I could be working fine with 14, but I don't want to risk that if I connect something that is slightly too powerful in here. At some point the wires could overheat or melt behind the wall and having to take this thing apart. I just don't want to have that nightmare, so I'm going one extra step with it. This is only for charging phones. Maybe every once in a while we're gonna connect a projector in here or computers and things like that that don't use really that much power. We're gonna be just fine with this one. I've got some ice cream for a hard-working girl.
Thank you so much. Wow, that's amazing. Exactly the right thing for this moment. After lots and lots of sanding, I finally started with the next step, which is staining our wood to make it look even more beautiful. And we chose a clear oak color. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. After that, I'm going to seal our wood, and then it's finally ready to go on our walls. Do you want to see how I painted my nails?
Hey,
very beautiful.
We are matching.
My toes are red, but for my fingers I went for a nice beautiful brown.
It's a clear oak?
Yeah, it's clear oak. How did you know that?
I don't know, I just had a feeling.
But it looks very beautiful.
It's looking really good.
Love it.
We're gonna have to do this for the entire house, and since we were not able to get the 6 inches boards, which were the ones that we were looking to get, we had to go with 4 inches, which once you prepare it, you actually have about 3 inches.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna have to do the same size for the entire house.
And I completely underestimated with these boards that it's a lot of work. Like all the different steps, sanding them and cutting them and then staining, sealing, whatever. It's crazy.
It's a lot of work,
yeah.
But in the end,
it will pay off.
It will pay off. The reward is that you're gonna have a beautiful wall with a thonging group that's gonna look just beautiful.
It's going to be so cozy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Woo! We're building a house. And on this side of the building, we just got done with all the wiring for the plugs. We're gonna have a total of 4 plugs in the living room, and we're gonna have 2 light switches. We're gonna have an amber light, kind of like a cozy, maybe some sort of like yellow light like the one we have in the kitchen, and we're also gonna have a white LED just in case. We never know when we have to get serious here. We just want to have it just in case. But now we're ready finally to start placing the boards, and we'll see how much we can do with the boards that we have already prepared. I feel little by little I am having a better technique. I am unveiling the technique finally. It's not an easy thing. Once you put the nails in there, it's so tight that to place the next board on top, you basically have to put a lot of pressure behind and really hit it on the top so it goes in. We got the first 4 boards in. Not gonna lie, I'm loving it. It's looking awesome. And if I do this for the rest of the house, dang, I'm gonna change this entire thing.
Hi Raj, good morning. Are you enjoying the sun, baby? Are you enjoying the sun? Okay, I will leave you alone.
We are in for the last little piece, and I have to say that the edges, the last pieces are the most tricky ones, because you either have to cut something that is too small, and it makes it way more difficult for the cut, and also the fitting in here is gonna be a pain in the butt. Oh yeah, I can already see it.
Space is too small.
Yeah, it's super small, and then you gotta get this little piece in there.
Wait, I'm trying to crawl underneath to show like how small this little space is.
So now, yeah, as I was saying, it's pretty tricky. The lazy way would be just cover up the small gap. This is about maybe 1 inch. If I cover up that gap with a bigger piece of wood, it will work and it will be the lazy way, but I just wanna get it done right, you know?
Yeah, you wanna make it beautiful.
I wanna make it look okay. I wanna be proud of it instead of knowing that behind there I had to cover it up with something.
That's understandable.
I have to say that it's so beautiful. It looks very nice, but it's also super difficult to do. The toning group, I think we still haven't figured out what the best way to do it is, if we have to sand it a little extra before putting the boards in. But the hardest part right now is to fit the tongue and the group together to make it overlap perfectly. That is what is giving us the most problems, but I think we're gonna figure it out at some point.
So far, I'm super happy with how our wall looks like, but I also have to admit it's way more work than I expected it to be. All the preparations for the wood, it's like it took us so many hours so far, but yeah, as Rodrigo said, first section is done and we're super ready for section number 2. While Rodrigo was working, I was on cooking duty, and it had to be quick and simple, and I just popped some veggies into the oven and made some tomatoes, feta cheese, garlic and paprika. No, pepper, you call it pepper, right? Yeah, you call it pepper. And some beans, green beans, and how do you call these? Carrots. Sometimes I still have problems with words. Some pasta, and that's it, but it's very delicious and easy and yeah, nutritious.
We both struggle a lot with English.
Yeah, like the easiest words. I just don't remember them.
Sometimes I forget and I say them in Spanish, and sometimes when I'm talking in Spanish, I forget the Spanish words and say them in English. It's like when you have multiple languages in your head, the easiest thing is that you're gonna forget something. But I'm not gonna forget to eat. Got some lunch in here. We have been working pretty hard, so we deserve a nice lunch break.
Yeah.
And we also want to show you the raw and real situation with our table. There is literally everything on this table.
Yeah.
You can find everything from tools, camera equipment.
Yeah.
You can find flowers.
Decoration.
You can find
bathroom stuff.
deodorant.
It's horrible, but
Even video games in the
yeah,
table.
it's kind of horrible, but we're definitely lacking some storage space.
definitely need some
very
storage.
soon we have to build some shelves, some just space where we can put our stuff.
We just need the shelves. After we have the shelves, I guess we're gonna be set
Yeah.
for storing all our stuff and not
true.
have to have everything just thrown around. There is even a freaking squash.
True.
I'm not making this up. There is even a freaking squash in our table. We definitely need storage and we need it soon. One of the things that takes us the most time is preparing the boards, doing the thong and group with a router, cutting it, sanding it. All that is what takes us, I would say, the most time. Assembling it, putting it together in the wall takes some time, but it's nothing compared with the whole preparation process.
Came over. A cute little dog. Ich hab dich so vermisst, du kleine Maus. Ich hab dich so vermisst, du kleine Maus.
Oh, we're slowly getting there. That thing that you see over there, it took us around 1.5 to 2 hours only to prepare these many boards. We still are working on preparing more boards outside, but this is a lot of work. I completely underestimated how much work this takes. From here on, I guess my best bet or my safest move would be to start using bigger boards, so that will cover more space in a shorter amount of time. I'm thinking that for the rest of upstairs, all that you see over there, instead of using the 4 inches boards, which is actually 3 inches when you prepare it, I'm gonna be using these ones. These ones are 1 foot, that's 12 inches. When you prepare it, you get right around 10.5 to 11 inches of cover surface, but that's gonna be for upstairs. Downstairs, we already started with the teeny tiny little ones, and we gotta keep it going. I have to admit that I'm very proud of this girl. She's been kicking ass over here, sanding stuff, sealing stuff, staining stuff. That's a really good help. If she was not here, if we were not doing this together, I would barely be working on probably the first 5 or 6 boards. Not progress happening, but Freddy is rocking it. One of our 2024 resolutions was to be more spontaneous.
Yeah.
And guess what?
We went to the beach.
We just came to the beach. A few hours ago, we were just sitting in our house, working, cutting wood.
Yeah.
And then we were like,
Let's go.
do you want to go to the beach?
Yeah.
And we looked at each other and like, yeah, let's go. And here we are.
Here we are. I just wanted to say this.
One of the best feelings ever is just laying down in a towel, looking up to the sky, seeing the stars, seeing the blue sky as well, and just feel happy about the little things in life. And we just work so hard most of the time, and today we're playing hard. We're being spontaneous, being crazy, and that's one of our goals for this new year. It's 11 p.m. We're already back home, and I'm honestly considering and continue building our wall. If it wasn't this late, I would probably do it. So I guess we're leaving this one over here. Thank you so much, you guys, for all the support. Thanks to all of our patrons. You guys are absolutely the best. We are so thankful for you guys. Please subscribe. That will help us a lot. We have this year, Freddie and I, Freddie with her toothbrush and I, we have the goal of reaching finally 100,000 subscribers. So please, we're begging you, please subscribe. We love you guys so much. And you have to say it with a toothbrush in your mouth.
Bye.
We'll see you guys next time. Hasta la vista.